Hello, and welcome to the University of Law. So, we were expecting Susan this year. Didn't get her on screen, but we have got this, Susan's War. It doesn't actually say Volume 2 on the front, but it does on the side. Interesting, the big change between Volume 1 and Volume 2 is it's a slimmer product. It's 2 adventures, it's 2 disc set, so it's half of what was in the last one. It's been a long time. It's been 4 years. It was 2020 when the first set came out, and we've been waiting for a long time to kind of get the follow-up. This is set a little bit later. We don't get her encounter with Rassilon, but she's obviously working fully in the Time War. And yeah, the draw of this set is that we've got the War Doctor and Alex, her child, in it. Now, it's not. There's going to be spoilers in this review as I talk it through. First of all, what's really interesting is obviously that they've done 2 sets. There's set 2 and then there's set 3 coming out in the new year. So we're getting the same amount. We're getting 4 stories, but we're getting it split up. I know Big Finish mentioned about the cost of living making it a bit more affordable by splitting releases up. It's interesting because we don't often get 2-story CDs like this. I know we towards into the main range they did a few Fifth Doctors where you got like 2 stories an hour per disc. I guess in hindsight that was an experiment to look at how that might work for box sets. But I think we're very much used to now 3-hour stories, aren't we? So you get 3 adventures, you get an opening, you get a middle, and you get a climax. And with this, it's very much you got the scene setting in episode 1, getting into the characters again, and then suddenly it's the big finale with the War Doctor. So my only complaint is that I loved it so much. I just wish there was more of it. And that's a good complaint to have, that you'd want more. And of course, there is more coming up, so they are giving us more. But unfortunately, we've got to wait a while for it, and I'm just dying to hear more of it. What I've heard, and what I'm in the Hunt's interviews and other bits of stuff that's been released, I think the War Doctor is coming back for the next one as well. So it's interesting because for Susan, at this point in her timeline, she is still in the Eighth Doctor's time. So the War Doctor's is broken back. He has a little bit of a cameo in the first episode, and he's properly in it for the second. The second is a really strong story. A great timey-wimey twist at the end. It's a nice self-contained story that has epic consequences. So it's one of those nice stories where it's really important in the fabric of time and the Time War in history. So you've got it's like Back to the Future. You've got a real sense of jeopardy, but you're actually what you're seeing is very mundane, and it's how the mundane everyday things that we do can have a massive impact on future history. So I really enjoyed that concept. Episode 1 was an interesting one because Alex is back, but not how you'd imagine. Because the second I heard that Alex was back in the Eighth Doctor era, I thought, oh, well, that will be a follow-up in Susan's War 2 then. I think I said it on the channel that we'll have Susan meeting her child. And it's not quite that. She doesn't actually meet her child, Alex, but at the same time, we do get that emotional reckoning. I think it is setting up the inevitable encounter where she does meet him, either in the next set, maybe an Eighth Doctor, War Doctor crossover again, maybe a future set where it's just the Eighth Doctor, maybe in the Eighth Doctor range. But great performance from Sonny McGann as always, and of course Jonathan Carley, and not forgetting the amazing Caroline Ford. So yeah, it's been really fun to have that back. So let's open up the package and have a look inside. So as always, we have got booklet with a cast list on the back. So the War Doctor and Susan, so they have met in Once and Future, but I think the Once and Future saga is set after this. Because it's not concluded yet, I always assume that story, anything released until the story ends, is released before it. So seeing as this has come out already, although actually having said that, this is potentially leading on to Susan's War 3, so it probably has already happened. So actually no, it can't have done because they mentioned that they haven't met yet. So that's interesting. Although actually it could be set. Yeah, they haven't met yet. Yeah. So here we've got some photographs of the cast and crew. And I really enjoyed this one, and I cannot wait to get the next Next one, Volume 3. I was confused at first because when they announced that Damien Lynch was back as Rasmus, I thought, well, hang on, how does that work? Because in the War Doctor's era, he's regenerated into the next incarnation. But no, it is very explicit in the story that the War Doctor's gone back and he's been thrown back in his own time stream. So we got episode... Well, no, sorry, ignore me. We got The Lost Sun on disc 1. And we have got The Golden Child on disc 2. And yeah, this is the first volume. Then we've got some other new series ranges, which is quite interesting that they've chosen to advertise these here. Because while she's a classic companion, I guess the Time War is a new series concept, isn't it? But what did you think of Susan's War, Volume 2, Family Ties? Do let me know in the comments below. And what are you hoping you might see in Volume 3? Do let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.